of the schedule was built for a software development project, and the reason why I have this for you is when you see here, you remember what we discussed about the work breakdown structure. And the work breakdown structure, it breaks down to the lowest level. And when you see here on the scope, determine the project scope, secure project sponsorship, define preliminary resources, secure core resources, and then scope complete. So now I wanted to introduce another PMI jargon, which you may probably hear it oftentimes. Is called milestone. Okay, milestone is not a PMI in a word, but it's the word used by many in project management. So, what do you understand by when I say milestone? What is it? From initiating to the end. Okay. A significant marker. So what do you think? What else? Alexander? A milestone.
A milestone, just what she says, significant marker or something that as an indicator.
Yep. Yep. So you see, you put your project plan, your project deliverables. If we come back to that construction, when you first ground break, okay, ground breaking is, okay, permission is one, okay, you go to the permit, you design that, you get your permit. That is one milestone. A significant, like what Gigi said, a significant accomplishment of your project life. Okay, the trickiest question that comes every time in exam, in the PMI exam, is what's the duration of a milestone?
You have to know, is it from the lower end or the whole project? That's defined, you have to define that one. The milestone.
I know Bola is smiling because she's fresh from a project management master's program. So what's the duration of milestone? The duration of milestone is 0, because it is a significant, you see, you come all the way and then you hit the mark. That is what is called milestone. And milestone is, in a significant accomplishment in a project. Let me just go back and then show you some of the definitions. When you do your project, you start building your work breakdown structure and then your activities. But at the end of, for example, when you finish the permit is one milestone. Then when you finish the groundbreaking, excavation is completed. That's another milestone. Then when you pour concrete and then do the whole foundation, at the end of the foundation, that's one milestone. Means that throughout your journey, you're going to put those check marks. Those check marks will mark the completion of one task, one deliverable, and then the beginning of another deliverable. Okay, so it's a significant accomplishment of a task. Let me just go back and get the PMI, the PMBOK that will give us the official definition of what the system is and what it's not. So this is so by the way, this is the project management book that we're trying to get you, and if you are a member, you're going to get it for free. Otherwise, we ordered one, so it should be available for us anytime. And This is it's almost a 619-page document that gives you everything you want in terms of the project which you want to do. So this is, let me just go back and see where is the help to put that strang links bookmark, search, edit. You have another one?
What it takes to be a member?
What it takes to be a member? Nothing.
That's for PMI.
For the PMI, yes. If you know, actually, we encourage you to become a member because for two reasons. One, when you put your resume, most resumes require some professional association membership, and PMI has a voice in the management world. That's number one. Number two, because sooner or later, if you want to take the exam, first you will register to PMI, then you become a PMI member. And they give you this pin box for free. And then also, because remember, out of the thousands of chapters, there are 3 chapters in Washington, D.C. area. The Washington, D.C., the Montgomery County, and then there is one in Silver Spring. And the DC one, they have about 12,000 members. And you only pay $20 a year to become a member of the chapter. Then they will invite you for a dinner. They have every month a dinner at I think in Sheraton in Virginia, and you're gonna see the shakers and the makers of the federal government. Every single PM, who was a PMP, you'll find them here. And they have a table for job seekers, and they have a table for job people who want to apply. So it's a good networking strategy for that.
Reason, probably. I have been invited to that meeting somewhere in Fairfax, but eventually they didn't allow me. I don't know what they have looked into my profile or something.
Well, maybe you may not be a member, because it's just like, actually if you are a member, they will invite you. My students that I teach project management, the first thing I tell them is to become a member. And one of my students who finished her class last semester, and I ran by her on the corridor. She said, "Dr. Tassamal, guess what? I have an exciting news." And she said, "What?" She is now working for FAA as a systems analyst. You remember the requirement analyst? Because she was involved in that, and then she got it from the PMI, because they come and then they ask you, we have a job opening for this and this and that. So networking is really good. And also there is a guest speaker every month in a different topic. Okay, in one of the dinners I attended, there was a guy who advised one of the presidents in the White House in the security matter, and he was telling about the project he was doing. Of course, all of those things that the declassified information. So this is one area. So in the PMI, it's really recommended, and also you're going to get access to their PMI journal, where you get a lot of peer-reviewed journal articles in their area. They have a lot of research in their area, so it's always good to be a member. So once you become a member, then you apply to sit for the exam. So there are some requirements for that. You have to have at least your first degree, and then you have to have at least 2,000 hours of work. And once they review your application and qualification, then they give you 1 year to take your exam. Then you come in and take this class, take the boot camp, prepare yourself, and pay, and then schedule. So it's one of the dominant voice in management, and it's always good to have that to have that flexibility when you do that. So let me just go back to my to the index. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me just go and just. Yeah, Bruno, can you tell her the page? So. So this is what Gigi said, that milestone is an action or event. Okay, an action or event marking a significant change or stage in the development of your project. Okay, that's because milestone is pretty much the same, but in terms of project, it's going to give you the significant accomplishment on that. So let me see here. Where is that? MBA. So this schedule, what you see here is, you determine the project scope, you secure sponsorship, you define preliminary, you secure resource, and then your scope complete. You see that, the duration? What's the duration here? 0. Okay? Now, you go back and then do analysis of your requirements. Okay? Analysis of your requirement is taking you, remember, the entire project takes you about 95 days. Okay? How do you get 95 days? Because we already did that work breakdown structure. We started aggregating from the lower part all the way up.